Alright, so it ended up raining today, so there's not a ton I can do. I still have to make the top, well, I guess the seat like this, just obviously for this part. This bench is currently upside down in case you didn't notice. And then I still have to make the backing. And I have the wood to cut that. I went to the hardware store yesterday to do that. But in the meantime, this blue strapping here comes into play. I went ahead and got these, not ratchet straps, these are just standard straps to hold things. Okay, so just to show you, I went ahead and put a strap here, and you can see there's a washer underneath that screw there. The strap isn't supposed to be super load bearing. It's really just to keep the water bottle from flying around too much, because sometimes it will actually end up flying, and that may have been what partially damaged my old pump. It could just be the bleach that was going through it. It could just be failure for whatever reason. It could also be because it's mounted upside down, because apparently you're supposed to mount it the other way. Let me show you that too. So that is how you're supposed to mount the pump, even though it is upside down as far as the text goes. Really weird, but that's how it works. And since I mounted it upside down, I had to run extra long tubing to get to my water supply. Okay, so Caleb and Samantha are away for a few days, so I'm watching Cooper to make sure he's taken care of and that he doesn't mess up the house too much, or the apartment rather. In the meantime, some foam mattresses from a discount store to use for the cushioning. This top one here is going to be for the Dinette set. So this is a full-size mattress. I believe this is going to be more than enough to cover the whole thing, but we shall see. This bottom part here is a memory foam. This is a 3-inch pad, and then I have a 1.5-inch thing in the bus right now. Both of those together are going to make up the couch mattress thing that I'll be sleeping on. Since I'm watching the dog, there's not a ton that I can do right now. It's just easier to go ahead and not work on the bus or work on projects that I can do in the meantime. So I've taken measurements of this cushion here. This is the corrugated, I guess, perforated. There's a word for it. It begins with a C and I can't remember what it is, but this is going to go on top of the 3-inch blue and white pad that you saw inside the apartment. Anyway, back to the task at hand. The task at hand now is to cut it. We have a few options. Let me take a seat because it's kind of warm. We have a few options here. Option one is I can go ahead and use just a standard razor blade, well, really a box cutter, and I have one of those right here. That will give me some pretty okay cuts, but I would assume there's going to be some jagged spots here and there, and frankly it's not the best tool for the job. What a lot of people suggest using online is using like a saw type device, I guess, tool really, to go ahead and saw through the foam. However, I already own a hot foam knife. It's in storage right now, so I may make a run to go pick that up, bring it back, and then do some hot knife cutting. It's looking kind of overcast today. I have my foam knife here, and it may or may not work because it's really made for styrofoam. The hot styrofoam cutting knife did not work. As you can see, it leaves a lot of stuff behind, so make sure if you're doing this, just clean up after yourself. Hello, it has been a long time. It has been about a week or so since I have done anything involving the bus because it has been raining non-stop, which you wouldn't believe seeing the background behind me. All this bright blue sky, not a darn cloud. Well, there's like one cloud over there, but there's not a lot of clouds in the sky. There's almost nothing. And it is fall. First day of fall, I believe, was officially yesterday. I am really digging this weather. This morning was like 63 degrees. I went and got some breakfast and came out here and just kind of sat for a second and relaxed and enjoyed it all. God, it feels good. I put in this new door handle here. I went ahead and cut it just from some spare wood that I had. It's not super sturdy. You can see it bending there. Even though that's a little too dark brown for what I would have liked. It matches this pretty well. I have wood everywhere. Wood there, wood there, wood there, wood over here. And it's all on the bus when I'm not working. I'm getting ready to build the bed right now, and it is going to basically take up all the room from here all the way to that wall. There will be a small walkway, I believe. This right here is 17 inches, I believe. And so I'll have a little bit more room over there on that end. I have been working on cutting up some slats that Caleb and Samantha had from an old queen size bed that they had. And these slats are currently cut to 31 inches, which is the entire length of the benches that I have in the bus already. Those run 31 inches from wall to end, like you saw in the previous shot. And when it comes down to it, they're probably going to get cut closer down to 25-ish inches, I want to say, in length, because the actual dimensions of the seat, like actual sitting space, I believe it's 23 inches for the bench, but because these are going to slide out, we need to extend them a little bit so that we can fit all the mechanisms. There's going to be more wood basically in front of it, so they need to be a little bit longer. I take that back, they need to be a little bit shorter. I just realized that now that I'm making the video, they need to be a little bit shorter.